Your brain does not show you reality. It shows you a story, and one it rewrote to match what you already believe. This is not philosophy. It's confirmed neuroscience. And once you understand how your brain lies, you cannot unsee it. Here's the problem. We trust our brains completely. It's the only tool we have to evaluate, the tool itself. Which means most of us walk through life convinced we're seeing the world clearly. But neuroscience reveals something uncomfortable. Your brain is not designed to show you the truth. It is designed to keep you alive, and sometimes those two goals are in direct conflict. Today, we're going to decode 3 of the most powerful lies your brain tells you. Every single day, and more importantly, how to catch it in the act. Confirmation bias. Lie number 1. Your brain only finds what it's already looking for. This is called confirmation bias. When you hold a belief, any belief, your brain's prefrontal cortex doesn't neutrally evaluate evidence. It filters incoming information to find support for what you already think. Evidence that contradicts your belief, it gets processed as a threat and dismissed. A study published in Nature, Neuroscience found that uncertainty, the feeling that you might be wrong, activates the same neural pathways as physical pain. So your brain avoids being wrong the same way your hand avoids a flame. Think about the last time someone challenged an opinion you cared about. Did you feel open? Or did you immediately start building a counter-argument? That's not stubbornness. That's architecture. The lie it tells you, I've thought this through. I've looked at both sides. The truth. You've looked at the sides your brain allowed you to find. Negativity bias. Lie number 2. Your brain decides what's real based on what's dangerous. Here is a fact that changes everything. Your brain is not wired for happiness. It is wired for survival. And in survival mode, negative information is always worth more than positive information. This is called the negativity bias. Neuroscientist Rick Hansen at UC Berkeley describes the brain as, and this is critical, Velcro for negative experiences and Teflon for positive ones. One harsh comment stays with you for days. 50 compliments fade by afternoon. But here's what makes this a lie. Your brain isn't just reacting to real threats. It's treating uncertainty as a threat. That quiet voice telling you you're not ready, not good enough, not worth the risk. Your brain invented that story to stop you from taking action. Because for your ancestors, action meant exposure. Exposure meant death. It doesn't mean that now. The lie it tells you. This is dangerous. Stay where you are. The truth, it's uncertain. And uncertainty is where everything worth having actually lives. If this is shifting how you see your own mind, subscribe. Every video on this channel goes one layer deeper into the science of who you actually are and why you do what you do. Now back to lie number 3. Lie number 3. Your brain tells you that you understand more than you do. In 1999, David Dunning and Dunning-Kruger published a landmark study at Cornell. They discovered that the less knowledge someone has in a field, the more confident they feel, because they don't yet know enough to recognize what they're missing. But here's the part most people miss. This effect runs in reverse too. The more expertise you gain, the more aware you become of what you still don't know. Experts doubt themselves more. Beginners are certain. This is why the loudest voice in the room is often the least informed one, and why the person with the most to offer sometimes says the least. Your brain shortcuts deep understanding with the feeling of understanding. The shortcut feels identical to the real thing. Until reality corrects you, the lie it tells you. I already know this. The truth, knowing enough to feel confident is not the same as knowing enough to be right. How to catch your brain. So what do you actually do with this? The answer isn't to distrust yourself completely. It's to build what neuroscientists call metacognitive awareness, the ability to observe your own thinking in real time, not to stop the lies. You can't stop them, but to recognize them when they're happening. 3 things to try this week. First, when you feel certain about something, ask, what evidence would change my mind? If no answer comes quickly, that's confirmation bias at work. Second, when something negative happens, give it 48 hours before you decide what it means. The negativity bias always exaggerates impact in the moment. Third, when you feel like you already understand something, try to explain it to someone else from scratch. The gaps in your explanation are exactly where the Dunning-Kruger effect was hiding. Your brain is not your enemy, but it is not a neutral observer of your life either. And the moment you stop believing every thought it generates, That's the moment you start seeing more clearly than most people ever will. What did your brain lie to you about today? Drop it in the comments. I read every single one. And if you want to go one level deeper, the next video connects directly to this one. Same science, bigger implications. Your brain does not show you reality. It shows you a filtered, edited version of reality, built to keep you safe, not to keep you accurate. In this video, we decode 3 of the most well-documented ways your brain constructs lies you believe, completely. Confirmation bias, the negativity bias, and the Dunning-Kruger effect. Each one is backed by peer-reviewed neuroscience, and each one is quietly running your decisions right now. What you'll learn. Why your brain physically experiences being wrong as pain. Why negative events feel 5 times heavier than positive ones. Why the most confident people in the room are often the least informed. 3 evidence-based steps to catch your brain in the act. This is not motivation. This is the science of your own mind. Subscribe for evidence-based insights into human behavior, brain science, and the psychology of success.